Hopefully. I don't really know why he switched to the Warp Spider, I guess.
Yeah, Farseer was pretty much his main goal right there. So hopefully his his Warp Spider Exarch will be up to the task. Of course, Judgment of Carrion's like a pretty spread out map. Like you kind of really just have to be out on the ends all the time. You have to be really mobile on this map, I feel. So maybe that's why he went for the Warp Spider instead of the Farseer.
And there's a lot of good sight blocks too, so you can.
That's true too.
Teleport around
the
situations.
Definitely. So VindicareX, of course, with the Chaos Lord slingshot screaming into the center, and the Warp Spider and Guardians of HarrahPottah heading out to the 2 power nodes respectively on either side of the map. Pottah bringing on some Banshees, and Vindicare with his first squad of Chaos Marines on the field right now. So looking pretty standard so far, as Pottah is prioritizing the power. Vindicare is hitting the VPs and the rec points right now, so probably intending to bring some more heavy Tier 1 squads on the field.
Sure looks like that. Guess he's going for a, fast shuriken maybe?
Yeah, I would think a shuriken on this map is generally pretty good. You can kind of just use a suppression team to lock down most of center there, or either of the side victory points. A lot of what you see is you'll see the shuriken go down like on one of the outer victory points and kind of just hang out in the corner and lock those down.
They usually work through well to force him to move, mostly forces there to lodge it.
So we have Banshees charging in at that Chaos Lord, but kind of second guessing and deciding to go ahead and loop around there. Probably not going to be able to handle him on their own, even if they do dodge the kill the weak. The Warp Spider's been down harassing those heretics, already picked off a few models of those, and Chaos Lord's just kind of stomping around and pouring some range damage, which is pretty reasonable coming from the Chaos Lord into those Banshees.
That's a lot. Pulling in the Guardians, maybe to deal with him. He's gonna the points in favor.
We have a little worship, allowing Vindicare, of course, to move around nice and quickly. Okay. Chaos Lord does tag a Banshee member, and Chaos Space Marines moving in on top of those Guardians.
I think seems like it's gonna play back a bit Pottah and avoid any early engagements like head on.
Yeah.
Generally, it's a good idea, I think. The heretics.
So Vindicare bringing a third squad of heretics onto the field right now, and now some Rangers on the field as well. I think those Rangers actually, with his heavy heretic build, aren't going to be as useful as if Vindicare had gone for the double Chaos Space Marines that is pretty common these days.
Yeah, true. I think he was expecting double CSM.
Exactly, right.
Take down smalls,
but yeah, those Rangers just aren't going to do too much to deter the squads of heretics running around the map right now. And the Chaos Lord is just charging right in, and oh wow, causing some serious damage to those Rangers. Probably was trying to get an immolation on those. Oh my gosh! Oh wow, they just barely got out of there. Oh, and Vindicare loses the Chaos Lord. Oh my goodness. Didn't quite work out the way he had planned. Oh man, I actually thought those Rangers might have gone down there for a second. That would have been a really nice early victory for Vindicare, but instead it kind of worked against him, and he lost his Chaos Lord.
Yeah, so we'll see where it goes from here.
So, yeah, the Warp Spider has been harassing all game and capping. Luckily, with the triple heretic build, the Warp Spider will actually probably be pretty useful in in picking off models and kind of keeping them off the points.
He's gonna have problems with the combi bolter. Combi flamer. I think he's gonna have problems with the combi flamer.
Yeah, that combi flamer. That of course that fire on the move damage is just wicked from him. It's comparable, I believe, to the Tech Marine's base damage.
It's really.
I think it took a slight reduction recently in one of the patches, but it's still pretty formidable for a ranged weapon on such a large tanky hero.
Yeah, and versus Eldar, it's gonna be tough to deal with, I guess. Guardians can't kite that well with their weapon on.
Exactly. I mean, that's pretty much your main defense as Eldar, is using your movement speed and kiting abilities against the Chaos Lord, and with that combi flamer, that pretty much brings that to a screeching halt as you're just consistently losing Guardians and Banshee models against him. Meanwhile, we have all three Heretics up top just hacking away at Pottah's power right now. He already lost his one power node, and Vindicare is just going to be pulling way ahead here.
Oh, the Chaos Lord went through an 8 spike.
Yeah, he walked right through that grenade, and looks like he didn't like that too much.
That's cool. Run back home.
Yeah, he's looking pretty beat up. But Pottah did lose all of his power.
Yeah, this is pretty bad for Pottah. I don't know. Doesn't look too well for him. The Ranger really, I don't know, it was kind of the wrong build, I guess. I'm not really sure. I'm not trying to make any too hard comments on this because I'm not too familiar with this matchup, but
Right.
yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was the best choice, but I guess it was expecting double CSM.
Yeah, at this point, I definitely feel like the Shuriken Cannon would have been a better choice for him to help keep those Heretics under control. Of course, they could upgrade to grenade launchers in the face of the Shuriken and make short work of that, but the Warp Spider at that point would be able to melee them and keep them from firing.
Yeah, so it would probably work out in his favor.
Right, yeah, I mean, it's all about forcing your opponent to adapt to your strategy. Because once you're forced to adapt, it limits your options and puts them at the advantage. So one squad of Heretics looking pretty low, but of course the second one's going to be able to Doom Blast and protect them. Those Banshees luckily look like they're going to get out of there without losing a model.
Really lucky Banshees there.
Pottah getting a bit of a lag here, unfortunately. Oh, looks like he picked back up. I was afraid he had dropped there for a second. And Vindicare's already heading into Tier 2, while Pottah's gonna still be a couple minutes before he gets close enough to that. So I'm sure at this point Vindicare knows he has the power advantage, and we'll probably be seeing a fast Crasher coming onto the field. Oh, and the Warp Spider's looking very low. He's stuck in there just a second too long. Looks like he'll be able to get out of there. Actually, I don't know. 10 to 6 HP. Oh my goodness, and there he goes. I don't know if I guess maybe he didn't have the energy to warp right there, unfortunately, and had to retreat through the Chaos Lord, who took a swing and then finished him off with that Combat Flamer ranged fire on retreat. Meanwhile, Banshee's charging in. You can see they tried to suppress and then get out of there, but that grenade was just placed a bit too far back. And the Heretics get in on the Banshees and take out 3 models, it looks like. Oh, that is. That's a good call. Bloodlust was activated, so their damage was getting exponentially higher with every strike.
Yeah, well, I really know Paul is playing a lot of models, it feels like. Not a lot, but Vindicare is not bleeding almost at all, since Heretics are pretty easy to reinforce and pretty cheap. Oh, Bloodletters coming up.
Oh, we have Bloodletters coming onto the field instead of a Blood Crusher. With all the worship right now available on the field, Bloodletters are going to be very formidable.
Yeah, probably. Be interesting to see, I guess.
Vindicare sitting on a triple cap. A Guardian Shield goes up, but it looks like that Chaos Lord is pretty much just going to walk right over and stomp through it.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
There it goes, along with a generator of HarrahPottah's
damage. That can't be vaulted.
Yeah, and additionally, he's almost to level 3 now, so that's only going to get worse.
Oh. Yeah,
you can see he's dropped 2 Guardian models already. And here come the Bloodletters. The Banshees know they have to get out of there. Those Rangers are in a bit of trouble. Oh, unfortunately, those Bloodletters were just barely out of position. The Rangers escaped with 1 model left, carrying that sniper rifle back home. And the Warp Spider doing his damnedest to try to keep those VPs from bleeding too quickly.
Those Bloodletters are out-regenerating. They were almost up-regenerating their Guardians.
Right.
It's weird. We're really strong.
And we see the mantle of hate coming on for the Chaos Lord right now.
Squad leaders for Guardians.
Yeah, it looks like Potter went ahead and got leaders for all of his squads. And nice looking kinetic shot protecting those Guardians from the incoming Bloodletters right there. Banshee's getting on those Chaos Corn Marines right now. Little Worship trying to make sure that they get out a little quicker and the Bloodletters get in a little quicker. But Pottah's just not being able to hold his power at all right now. Vindicare just has a pretty heavy tech advantage. Those Bloodletters are constantly teleporting around, trying to put those Banshees in a nasty position. Doom Blast and then retreat for the Heretics, just trying to slow down those Banshees so the Bloodletters get in. They do get a special attack, knock them down, and a second Doom Blast right there. And those Banshees are just barely getting out of there with a couple models. So we have pretty much just an all-melee army right now from Vindicare. 3 squads of Heretics, Bloodletters, Corn Space Marines, and of course the big bad Chaos Lord himself.
I didn't think of that. All melee.
Yeah, it's not really common to see that, I feel, with Chaos.
Yeah, especially with Rangers. Usually that thing happens right now, but yeah.
Oh, and there goes the life drain on that Banshee Exarch.
Oh, it's probably going.
Oh my goodness, 1 model is left, and looks like the Bloodletters hit that phase shift just in time before those Rangers tried to pick off a model there. Vindicare being very careful not to lose any models. Oh, there goes 1, unfortunately. I spoke too soon. And now we're seeing the Blood Maul come onto the field.
Blood Maul coming for the Chaos Lord.
Yeah, that's curious he's choosing to get that in place of the Combat Flamer. I guess he's decided that his range damage isn't worth it anymore, and he does get that powerful knockback ability with the Blood Maul.
I think it's for the Banshees, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I would assume at this point.
Oh,
Those Bloodletters, once again, just narrowly missing the squad wipe on those Rangers. And Vindicare moves the Chaos Lord up just far enough to stomp on that shield and then pulls him back. It's always frustrating playing against a hero that can crush your energy shields as Eldar just by walking around.
It's not looking particularly well for Pottah.
No, I don't think so. Vindicare's got plenty of power and wreck. He could go tier 3 if he wanted to right now, but oftentimes you won't see an early tier 3 from Chaos, as their tier 2 is so potent.
Yeah, where to buy it from? Well, they bought the Shimmer Orb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that actually is not working out at all for Pottah. Oh, and there goes the Warp Spider. The Demonic Visage being upgraded on the Chaos Lord, and there's the GG from Pottah. Vindicare had a triple cap, and Pottah was just way too far behind on tech, wasn't really able to bring any Tier 2 squads onto the field. And that's it.
That was a pretty brutal game.
Yeah, that was rough. Vindicare pretty much, that was one-sided in his favor.